Bryan Alvarez here on Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific 3 Eastern, Sundays 3 Pacific 6 Eastern, Saturday mornings with Jim Valley, 10 a.m. Pacific 1 Eastern, Sundays with Andrew Zarian. And it is Monday here on the show. You know what that means? Well, we got a lot to talk about here today. So, what a weekend it was. If you're a subscriber, I did 5 solo shows this weekend. 5! And actually I did 6 because I did Observer Live on Friday. But if you missed any of the shows this weekend, well, you can go up to the Brian and Vinny area of WrestlingObserver.com. And I did 5 shows covering SmackDown from Friday night, which featured the finals of the John Cena tournament. The TNA pay-per-view, which featured a main event. Can't even remember everything at this point. Frankie Kazarian and JDC for the title. The Ring of Honor pay-per-view, which was 4.5 hours long and was headlined by Athena and Persephone for the Ring of Honor women's title. The NXT Deadline show, which I'll get into later. And of course, the Collision show, which featured a couple of great Continental Classic matches, including the main event, which was Moxley and Takeshita, which was a freaking fantastic match. So I've already covered all of those. We'll talk about some of the must-see matches on the show here today. But if you want full coverage, there's just too much. So you'll have to go back and listen to those. Because we also have a lot of news to get into today, because there's a lot going on. Raw is tonight, and it is the go-home Raw for Saturday night's main event, which is John Cena's final match, which is this Saturday. So we'll tell you what's coming up there. AW Dynamite winner is coming, and then news, not the least of which is what's going on with Netflix and WBD already. Back in a moment with more Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Actually, the most real person on the show, and I felt bad for this guy. And a lot of people have gotten on Bruce Pritchard, but I don't really actually blame Bruce for this.
Bruce did nothing.
No, poor Abyss is the agent for Seth Rollins and CM Punk on the Netflix debut, okay? And the story is that, Bruce Pritchard goes, even though this is Netflix and everybody thinks we have unlimited time, we don't. There is a cutoff here, okay? And so he wants everyone to hit their time cues. And I did see people, on the internet that are like, oh man, what's Bruce talking about? There is no hard out. It's Netflix. You could go all night if you wanted. Listen, guys. If you want to get mad at Bruce for whatever you can, but there is supposed to be a hard out for Netflix.
Does somebody think Bruce
I don't know
Pritchard
why
is in control of Netflix?
But the point is, I don't know why. I don't care, but there is, okay? Whatever you want to say. So anyway, poor Chris Park, Abyss, is the agent for this match. And these two dudes are going long. And as soon as they start going long, Abyss is petrified. And he's trying to tell him to hurry up, and he's trying to tell him what to cut, but at the same time he's like, I'm sorry, Bruce, I'm sorry. They're cutting out the Anaconda Vice. Yeah. He's thinking it's gonna get fired on the spot. And Bruce isn't actually even being really, he's just nothing we can do about it, It's
yeah.
He's it's not like, he's clearly not happy, but it's not like he's mad at Abyss. But he's not going to say anything to the guys either. You can just tell he's just he's quietly stewing because they can't just get this thing done. But man, Chris Park is I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. They're going to the finish right now, sir. And he's petrified. And then
he turned into Joseph Park.
Oh yeah. And then when it's over, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. We tried to cut as much as we could, and Bruce's like, dude, it's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. But and then he turns to Regal and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And Regal goes, it's not your fault, dude. You did your best. Just be happy with what you did. And Chris Park is like, I am. But you could see he's petrified. And I'm like, is this every day of this poor guy's life? Oh my God, I couldn't do this. But I felt so bad for him because he was so worried. And it's not his fault. He's so trying to do his best. And I don't know, man. It was that was like a real moment. That was like kind of sad to watch. That he was just so worried when he was doing his best, dude. And like, if you want to get mad at somebody, you can get mad at Punk and Seth Rollins. They're the ones that went long. The show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Filthy Tom Lawler is joining us here today. What's going on, Filthy?
Same as always.
What's that mean?
A whole lot of nothing.
Okay, excellent.
On my end.
All right, so we got to talk about Netflix and WBD, and yes, now Paramount.
Back in play. A hostile takeover.
So I think we can start, since it's wrestling related, by saying that for the duration of the current AEW television deal with WBD, I don't think that anything is going to change, because I'm not sure that whatever is going on with Netflix and Paramount and WBD is going to be settled anytime soon. So I don't think there's going to be any effect whatsoever on AEW from now through the end of 2027, and then it'll just depend on if their option gets picked up, because this thing is kind of a disaster right now. So Paramount Skydance entered a hostile bid to acquire all of WBD for $108.4 billion, $30 a share, up from Netflix offer of $27.75 per share. And there's so many things to talk about here.
Like the Saudi investment fund
we'll get
is
to
involved?
That. We'll get to that. So first off, Netflix won the bidding, and WBD accepted their offer of $27.75 per share, okay? So you're probably wondering, well, why is Paramount coming in now? I mean, everything is already, well, Paramount is claiming that we were iced out of this at the end, and so, we didn't get a chance to fairly make our total bid. So the $27.75 that Netflix is offering per share, their offer is for the production studios, not for TBS and TNT. The television side would spin off, okay? So basically, anything, as far as everyone's talking about AEW, if the Netflix offer went through and it took place tomorrow, and everything took place tomorrow, the main thing that AEW fans would have to worry about is if Netflix decided to drop AEW off Max. But it has absolutely nothing to do with TBS and TNT, because that would not be going to Netflix. Now, what are the chances that of all of the things Netflix would be concerned about with this deal, I highly doubt the first thing would be, hey, let's get rid of the AEW show on Max so Nick Khan doesn't get mad. But anyway, the point is that would be the extent of it. The Paramount offer, which is for $30 per share, so $3 more per share, yes, that is a larger offer.
However,
but they want the entire shebang. Yes. They want the studios, and they also want TBS, TNT, all of the television stations, okay? So the question is that worth only $3 per share? Does WBD think they could get more than $3 per share for the entire TV? Obviously, linear TV.
Yeah. So essentially what Netflix is saying, right, is that for WB production studios and then the IPs of DC Comics, Harry Potter, HBO Max, that's worth $27.75 to them. And then you're saying that the TNT Sports side and whatever else is left would only be worth $2.25 per share more.
That's what Paramount's
Something
attempting
seems off
here.
there to me.
Well, that's what they're claiming. And a lot of it's going to depend on what WBD thinks they can get for the television stations.
Well, a lot of it's going to depend on what Donald Trump allows as well.
There's a lot of other stuff as well. So Paramount Their bid is a firm funded by Trump's son-in-law, as well as wealth funds in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. And that's $24 million of their offer. And so they're claiming that this whole thing would be better for Hollywood. It is pro-consumer, pro-creative talent, pro-competition.
None of this is pro-consumer or pro-talent or pro-competition, I believe.
So as far as if this ends up going to Paramount, that means that TBS, TNT, and HBO Max would all be under the Paramount umbrella. And one change would be that Paramount does not offer pay-per-view capabilities. I don't know if that matters if they've got Max, because Max does. Of course, Netflix is claiming. They sent out an email the other day, which I got because I have Netflix. I think y'all probably got it. And it basically said, hey, let's tell you what's going on with this deal. So they claimed, tell me if this sounds familiar, those of you that lived through the WCW acquisition by WWE. Fear not, these two companies will remain separate.
Oh, man. You know what? I remember when the UFC bought Pride.
Yeah.
And they kept it separate. Do you remember when the UFC bought Strikeforce and kept it separate? Oh, those were great times.
Oh, they were great times when WWE bought WCW and said they would keep it separate. Fact of the matter is, they never get kept separate. So, again, like this has got so many hoops to jump through.
Yeah, and not only and if this doesn't happen, this first deal, Netflix owes WBD $5 million.
Oh, it's way more. It's like $5 billion. Yeah, $5 billion. Yeah, if this deal does not go through in one way or another, then WBD is going to get like a $5 billion payoff from Netflix for the thing not going through. So, which probably is going to go to court if there was a hostile takeover that involved it not taking place. So,
but there's also occurrences in which they would owe Netflix money. There's deals, you know what I mean? There's deals on all these ends where, like, this company would owe WBD money if the deal doesn't go through.
Dude, this thing is not happening anytime soon, would be my guess.
And by the time maybe it gets hashed out, we could have a totally separate, government in office that looks at these sort of things in the complete opposite direction.
Well, that's true. I don't expect this to be... I mean, here's
2028.
Here's the thing. WBD, we do know this. WBD has 10 days to respond. Okay? So, in 10 days, we're going to know if they accept, they decline. If they decline and just go to Netflix, and I think as long as it gets, as long as it gets approved, it'll be the Netflix deal. If in 10 days they say they want to accept Paramount's deal, then I think we're going to have like I think it's going to be very complicated from that point forward.
This thing ain't getting approved.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the latest. The point is, hey, if you guys are worried about how this is going to affect AEW, I would not worry about it right now because any concerns about AEW, I think are going to be post 2027 anyway. So I think right now it's just, hey, let's get through 2027. Let's find out if their option gets picked up, and then where we go from there. But imminently, no change.
You also have to look at the fact that, like, TNA just got $30 million from AMC.
We believe,
so there are companies out there willing to pay some money.
You're correct, but, like, the amount of money that AEW...
Stay, obviously.
If AEW, if their deal gets canceled or whatever in 2027... I mean, $10 million a year is not nearly enough for them to continue on at this level. I mean, the deal they got from TBS and TNT is significantly larger. It's like $80 million a year or something like that. I forget the exact number, but it's they're going to need. I mean, they'll need more than $10 million a year. That's clear. And by the way, for those of you that have been following the TNA deal, they haven't actually officially said anything yet other than they're starting on AMC. But the belief is, yes, it is $10 million a year over 3 years, $30 million. And I believe the plan is they will probably go live every 3 weeks. So kind of similar to what they were doing before. It's not going to be live every week. It doesn't even look like it's going to be live every other week. They are going to do some live shows, probably, once or twice a month. And obviously they'll do all of the tapings for TV and et cetera, et cetera. They did a big taping this past weekend. So tomorrow Lance will be on. We'll see if he knows anything more about that, but that's the rumor I heard. So back in a moment with more Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Granny, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Set up an exercise program.
What kind of exercises are you doing?
Well, for one thing, just sitting.
I got that one
me?
down.
Kick my
Sounds like
feet.
my exercise program.
Your exercise is just sitting.
Who was the most inspiring person you have ever met?
Granny of late.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing better.
I'll have to say myself.
Okay. What's the best part about having a massive heart attack?
Not dying, I guess.
There you go. Good answer.
Jeez, what a question.
Which vegetable would you send to outer space for aliens to try?
Broccoli.
How
was
do you
a
have that so quickly?
ridiculously fast answer.
You've thought about this before.
It was at WrestleMania, the one in Phoenix. I can't remember which one.
I gotta go. I have to sneeze. Bye.
Okay, bye, Granny. Granny laid on the guilt trip to end all guilt trips. Sorry, I wrote. Forgot we going 30 minutes late. And then you began. Gee, thanks. 30 minutes late. Was not told. Aggravating. I guess my time doesn't mean anything. Jeez.
Wow.
Golly. You happy, Granny? You made me so angry. You're over there snickering, laughing at what you've done. God.
Good.
You're going to have a heart attack
Anything
like
else?
Granny.
Yeah.
Goody, goody.
Goody, she says. The news of you having a...
What
Cardiac
medication
arrest.
did they give you? To make the heart blacker? You enjoying yourself, quietly giggling over there? All right, Granny. What have you got today?
Nothing.
All right, we'll see you later.
You better have something after all that.
Liv Morgan versus Ray Ripley. Just recently.
That's the date.
You told me that you watched CM Punk and Drew and didn't watch any more of the show, but this was on the show.
I know. I watched this one. Because I wanted to see what happened with Dominic. In which Midwestern city did rapper Eminem grow up?
Detroit.
Eminem?
8 Mile.
Okay, we had a new segment, Granny reads rapper names. That's
Eminem.
I am an M.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yep.
Eminem.
Ryan Adams covered an entire Taylor Swift album. What is the name of that album?
Ryan Adams.
1989.
Yeah.
That's the right answer, dum-dum.
Excuse me.
Okay, now I'll quit picking on Brian and go away.
Thanks, Granny. Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Hey, can I ask you a question, Tom?
Yeah.
This is for the chat as well. Have I ever mentioned how frustrated I am with the booking of NXT lately? That just completely blows my mind. Listen.
Was this weekend one of those times?
Yeah. Okay, so yes, we had the men's... Just listen, okay? Just listen. There's a men's Iron Survivor Challenge, okay? Javon Evans wins the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, and the winner, of course, is going to get a shot at the champion, who is Obafemi, because he ended up winning the title from Ricky Saints in the opener of the show. Okay? So Javon Evans wins the Iron Survivor Challenge. So he gets his big win. He's celebrating. And then the lights go out, and a video plays of some bloke walking along along a bridge. The lights come back on, and Tony D is in the ring. Okay? He's made his return from death, which I was actually sad about. I thought he would die on the show and go up to SmackDown, but Tony D is back. And like Obafemi's on the ramp and he's all confused. Tony D grabs Javon. He chokeslams this guy straight to hell, leaves him for dead. And then he stands there in the ring and he stares down Obafemi on the ramp. The two guys stare at each other and they go off the air. Okay? Who is Tony D? May have said Tony Khan. Who is Tony D coming after?
He wants the title.
Okay. Chat,
Javon is in his way.
Who is Tony D coming after, chat? I'm going to give him some time to answer right here. But your answer is that Tony D is coming after the title.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Oba, this person says Oba and Javon. Okay. Well, that's what I thought too. Do you know what I got? I had someone text me today. It's from NXT. They go, why do you guys think that Tony and Oba is next? I was like, what? They go, why do you think Tony and Oba is next? I said, what are you talking about? Did you watch the end of the show?
I wouldn't say that I even think it's next, but I think that's the direction, clearly.
They were like, nobody thinks that. I was like, nobody thinks Tony and Oba is what? How could you possibly think? Yes, obviously Javon is going to get a shot at Obafemi. I mean, they've announced that that's the main event of New Year's Evil. But literally, how could you watch that show and not think that Tony D is going after Obafemi?
So why is he going after? He's going after Javon?
No, I don't know who he's going after.
Stacks?
They're like, wait till the show's over on Tuesday.
He wants the X Division title?
I'm like, I have to wait till the show's over Tuesday to figure out what was right in front of my eyes at the end of the show. I was so excited. Like, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I figured Javon was going to win because I looked at the rest of the people in the match, and it's like, well, there's no one else who can win. I mean, we've already done Miles Bourne. He's not over.
I 100% thought Deion Lennox was winning that match.
You thought Deion was going to win? No.
I thought this guy's a former college football player, good-looking guy, muscular.
Yeah, but he's young.
Great pick to be on the John Cena show.
That was the problem. But I was like, the only person who could possibly win is Javon. Like, Javon should have won last year. If you guys remember last year's Iron Survivor Challenge, that guy was like, he was so impossibly over during that match, and then he lost. And he should have won last year. He should have won the NXT title. Should have given him 6 months. Should have called him up to the main roster. He'd be one of the hottest guys on the main roster right now. Instead, they wasted a year on him. And I was like, okay, you wasted a year of this guy's career, but now he finally won. That's great. So now he can go on and, for all I know, lose to Obafemi. Because, they got to wait longer. We got to do it WrestleMania weekend or whatever. But the point is, he wins. He actually wins. And if you watch the show, the way that the ring announcer announces it, they announced it like he had just beaten Undertaker at WrestleMania and ended the streak. They're like, the winner of this match, who will be getting an NXT World Championship shot? Again, the fans are going wild as this ring announcer's doing this. Javon Evans, and he's all happy and they're going crazy. I'm like, okay, finally. You idiots took you a year to figure this out, but you got it. Great, that's great. I'm kind of hyped up a little bit because it's like they finally figured this out. And I swear to God, then Tony D, of all people, comes back. He chokeslams this guy and lays him out like a freaking geek and then stares down Obafemi. I was like, you just can't help yourself, can you? Just can't help yourself.
It's cool. Brian, I mean...
Appalling ending to that show.
Yeah,
appalling.
Because you're such a big fan of Javon.
It's just stupid.
You know what I mean? You're going to cape for him no matter what at this point.
No, if they would have just ended the show with his win, like he actually won so we go off the air with a victory, fine. But then they had to lay him out again and set up a different match?
Can we agree you're just not going to be happy until he's the champion, regardless?
No, I'm going to be happy. No, here's the deal, Tom. You don't get it. If he wins the title, do you remember when Daniel Bryan won the title? And then they put him in a feud with Kane?
Yeah.
Okay,
sweet.
If Javon wins a title and they put him in a feud with who's the bookworm, Deion Lennox,
Oh, come on.
and then someone else is always main eventing. Like, I want to see. I don't even. You know what's funny is I don't even really care that much about Javon. I mean, I like Javon. I think he's great. No, just listen to me.
I am listening, and
Listen.
that's why I'm laughing, Brian.
Let me
What?
rephrase it. I think Javon is awesome, and I think that he should be like a top star on the main roster.
You don't say.
I never said he should be WWE champion, okay? I never said that. The issue is, it's not even so much about Javon as it is about how can the people in charge of this company be so blind and so clueless. That is what's actually making me more angry. Like, hey, listen, if he wins the NXT title, and that's all great, I'd even be fine if, whatever. But wake up, guys. What are we doing here? That's the problem. I don't like feeling like I'm watching a company booked by morons. I still have problems based on when Vince Russo was booking and I would watch those shows. It was this guy won, that guy won, this guy got buried, this swerve or whatever. My anger wasn't for anything specific that happened on the show. It's because an absolute incompetent was booking the show. That's what made me so mad. And I watch NXT and I feel like, what's going on? Why are we so stupid? Why are we incompetent? Why can't we see what is in front? That's what makes me more upset.
They have told you that. They have told you are not getting Javon Evans at the top of the WWE universe for years because he is not ready for another 6 or 7 years.
That is what is so irritating.
Seasoned. But they're telling you as you're going in. I hate to say it. You know what I mean?
Hey, at least they put over...
Hey, they put over Tony D.
God,
he got a sweet fur coat.
Would you get out of here?
Him and Obafemi could battle over the fur.
They actually gave Kendall Gray a win, which I was astonished by.
With her, it's a snap sidewalk slam is what she does.
Whatever she does, I was astounded. They didn't make her lose this year and then lose next year and then win 3 years from now. She actually won. So hopefully they follow up because we need new young stars. And hopefully they actually do something with Javon and don't screw this whole thing up again. And you know what? It's mostly NXT. When Javon goes to TNA, they treat him like a star. When he goes to the main roster and wrestles Gunther on John Cena's Final Raw in Madison Square Garden, they treat the guy like a star. Everywhere he goes to AAA, they treat him like a star. They treat him like a star everywhere except NXT. It's like NXT. Is it Sean?
He just won.
Is it Johnny Russo?
He just won the
and then got laid out like a geek because they can't help themselves.
That's how they treat their stars.
They can't help themselves. Can't help themselves. I think Johnny Russo is related to Vince Russo. Is that the problem? What's up?
Who is Johnny Russo?
He's the main writer for NXT, Johnny Russo. I swear to God, I am just cursed with Russos throughout my life. For 25 years now, Russos have been screwing with me.
Did you have money on Todd Duffy when he got KO'd by Mike Russo?
Probably. Probably did. You remember Todd Duffy? Vince Russo would not have picked Todd Duffy to lose.
Yeah, I do. I just brought him up.
Yes.
What about Violent J's girlfriend, Sarah Russo, or something like that?
What are you talking about? Anyway.
Violent J's girlfriend.
Yeah, so the two winners of Iron Survivor Challenge were Kendall Gray and Javon Evans. Both matches were really good. I enjoyed them a lot. The Iron Survivor Challenge is always fun.
They were essentially the same match.
They actually almost exactly were.
Which WWE loves to do. They love to have the same thing going on SmackDown and on Raw at the same time with the same exact tropes. These matches were essentially the same. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of the same stuff in the Royal Rumble when we get to it next month.
Yeah, listen, I understand we need to have equality. There's got to be a men's War Games and a women's War Games. But here's the deal. They don't need to be on the same show. If you want to do men's War Games in the fall and women's War Games in the summer, men's Royal Rumble in the fall, do a women's Royal Rumble in the summer. Who cares?
We just did 2 weeks of NXT Gold Rush. You saying we couldn't do these matches on 2 back-to-back weeks of NXT in the main event?
Well,
I don't think it. I don't think it was the big draw for Deadline.
Well, my issue
could have just
with-
had the main event.
It's not even the same show or back-to-back weeks. I think there needs to be time in between because even back-to-back weeks, it's like they booked the matches the same. They booked the matches exactly the same. It's like a photo finish at the end. You know, the first fall is in with the first two people. I was like, it was almost like they took the same. Everyone's saying it's AI.
Template, the same template.
God, maybe it is. All right, back in a moment. More Observer
A1.
Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful.
It's Bryan Alvarez and Big Vinny V, and we hope that you enjoy the show.
Should I do one more time? Huh? I played the entire song before realizing I had not hit record.
I figured as much.
So I had to start the entire show over again. Uh-oh. Is my internet down? My internet died.
Yeah.
All right. Stand by, everybody. Hi, everybody. We're back. And we're just gonna barrel on through, right, Vinny? What do we have on that Facebook thing? Now it says no audio. Jared, do we have audio?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Honestly, what is going on?
Yeah, we just watched a movie
What
about
is
this.
up with my internet? Lost everybody again. Curry says no problems with the Big Vinny V show.
His words.
Not since the first one.
I was gonna say the very
There have
first
been
one was a
Many
disaster.
problems. Many
Yes.
problems.
We've had quite a few.
Yeah, and you know what I do? I just barrel on through.
Brian.
Barrel on through should be the name of this show. What the hell's going on this week? Like every single show, something goes terribly wrong. Today, I didn't have the music set to go at first. Then I got it set to go, but I forgot to hit record. Finally, I hit record and got the song going right. Golly. One disaster after another here. We're starting 15 minutes late. I still can't find the video, Jared. Is it up? Where is everything? Granny's joining us here today via phone. We cannot connect her audio or video. It's a blank screen. I don't know what's going on. What are we doing? Should we just quit today? I don't know what the problem is, Granny. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's going on. We still have no video. I got a question. Where's the goddamn video at?
You gotta fire Jared.
All right, now it's up. Hello, everybody.
This is the one you told me to do last week, Undertaker plus Psycho Kid.
Okay.
Are you done laughing?
Yeah, we're done.
Yes, Granny, I apologize.
There'll be more.
Then Psycho Sid comes out with blonde curly hair. Hard to pull. Lasts a while before he gets out of it. I had to give that a 10.
A 10.
Oh, wow.
Undertaker won a match and a belt. That's a 10 on the Granny scale.
Victor is still at it more than ever this week, as far as the soaps go.
Hell of a report, Granny.
All right.
That was a 10 on the Granny soap opera report scale.
Okay, just a minute.
Jared, you're forgiven. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. Got so much to get into, so very quickly, Raw tonight. Gunther appears on the show. Winner of the last time is now tournament. That Gunther match on Friday was freaking awesome, by the way.
I mean, what do you expect from a Gunther match? It's like Gunther, Ilya Dragunov. It's actually a larger list than there's probably ever been of must-see guys that you will get every single week on TV.
Gunther won that match with a cross-face cravat. And he has vowed that on Saturday night, he is going to make John Cena quit. He's never quit in his life, but he's going to quit in his last match. I thought it was so awesome the way they set this up.
He looked in the camera. He said, at Saturday night's main event, John Cena, you will finally and definitely Give up.
Yes. Incredible. Of course, you know he's going to tap out to the STFU. It's the only possible
he better.
finish. Yes.
I love how, like, Gunther waited until this match to break out this cravat. Like, yeah, we're going to give it 1 week to get over as the big finisher. And they're even going, like, it's very reminiscent of the STF.
Hey, he may do it
It's
again
like,
on Raw tonight.
Kind of.
Yeah. AJ and Dragon Lee versus the War Raiders for the tag titles.
He's going to crank on somebody's head for sure. Probably a supporting player.
Lyra and Roxanne, Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor, and Stephanie Vicaire appears live. So that's Raw tonight. Penta is 50-50 on whether or not he's going to be worked that December 20th Guerra de Titanes show with his brother Phoenix. So we'll see if he is healthy by then. Smashing Machine ended up with awards nominations. Both The Rock and his co-star Emily Blunt earned Golden Globe nominations.
How about that?
For
Dustin Rhodes, big fan of the Smashing Machine.
The Fighting Machine.
The Smashing Machine.
The Smashing Machine. Dustin
When
Rhodes?
you first said the
What are you talking about? Oh, the Golden Globes. Good God Almighty.
I thought you were going to segue into the neon injury when you said Smashing Machine.
No, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I'm sure he was hurt, but it looked like he kind of just like...
Excuse me?
The neon one?
He's out indefinitely.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully he's all
Brother.
right. I hope he's all right, but like people take falls in Arena Mexico and get stretchered out all the time.
He went head first. You think he botched that moonsault on purpose?
No, I don't think
Went
he
face
botched
first
it, but
into the
I
ground?
think he hit his face on the ground, but I don't think
Yeah.
it looked as bad as I think you think it is. It looked like just a bad fall, and you know,
That's
hopefully he's okay. I watched it and thought it looked bad, but not like catastrophic. But hopefully it's not catastrophic. And Leon Slater pulled out of bookings this weekend, which means he's likely appearing at Saturday night's main event, which I think may actually being booked by John Cena. If I found that out, I would not be surprised.
I mean, Javon Evans isn't booked that we know of, right? So they could do Javon and Leon again. They could put them in a tag against one of the main
They
roster
should put
duos.
Javon and Leon in a tag against
You know
the
what?
main roster.
They should put them against the Motor City Machine Guns is what they should do.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, and then finally, World Tag League, the Block A finale. Bishamon won the block.
Whoa!
Suji and Kid came in second. Bishamon is going to be facing the second-place team in the B block.
Oh.
And Suji and Kid will face the B block winners in the semifinals. And for the B block, Shota and Yuya are at 8 points. Khan and Newman are at 8 points. Knockout Brothers, Zack and Oiwa, Ren and Sonata, and Monster Sauce all at 6 points. And basically, Zack and Monster Sauce, whoever wins stays alive. Ren and Sonata cannot lose to Tana and ELP because they're eliminated. They'll be eliminated if they lose. Newman and Khan also cannot lose versus Finley and Hiromu, who are out. And Shota and Yuya versus Knockout Brothers. Win and you're in. So whoever wins will stay alive. So that is the update. Thanks to Jeremy Finestone. Speaking of strong style.
I got a feeling we're heading towards a multi-team match for these titles at the Tokyo Dome.
Could be. So listen, I noted at the beginning of the show that I did 5 solo shows this past weekend. I recapped every show, every major show that we previewed over the last couple of days. So that would be the SmackDown show, the TNA pay-per-view, the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, the NXT PLE, and Collision. And so there's no way we have time to go over everything, but we'll just very quickly talk about the must-see matches. So for SmackDown, I would say Ilya and Carmelo Hayes.
Absolutely.
Which was an excellent match. And that frickin' Gunther match with LA Knight in the main event, which was just awesome. Gunther is the greatest.
Yeah, Gunther and LA Knight was, a back-and-forth WWE-style main event when Gunther's in there. Hard-hitting. Awesome match. The Dragunov match, well, I guess you could say the same thing because they're always hard-hitting. Him and Carmelo Hayes, they started off with, the Bret Hart special where you just chop each other and hit each other as hard as humanly possible to get the crowd into it. And then it got even better as it went on. until eventually Carmelo Hayes looked like he had things in control, and then Tommaso Ciampa ran in behind the ref's back, pushed Carmelo Hayes off the top, and Dragunov did not see what happened until after the match on the big screen. He was irate when he did see this, but he hit the Torpedo Moscow and then the H-bomb and got the win in that match. But they're still setting up Dragunov and Ciampa. They're still setting up Dragunov and Tama Tonga. So we got some more Ilya Dragunov U.S. Open challenges on the way, which always a big fan of.
So then we had the TNA pay-per-view, which I thought was a fine show. I can't say that it was like a blow-away show or anything like that. But the matches I think that everybody needs to see would include... Actually, you should probably watch that Inspiration versus Tessa and Victoria Crawford match. Whew. That one was rough.
Right up my alley.
That was a star and a half at best. We don't really see matches that bad usually nowadays, but
bowling shoe ugly.
It was not great. And then what was great was the Rascals versus Order 4. This match was freaking awesome. It was just a party match, 8-man party match. But, I mean, they did some of the craziest things you've ever seen. And a horse got involved.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Got involved.
Bojack?
Actually, physically. And then the other match that I think that people should go out of their way to see, just because I thought the finish was so awesome, was Leon Slater and AJ Francis for the TNA X Division title. So AJ Francis is a heel, and this guy is so hated. I mean, the fans chant, "You can't wrestle," AJ sucks. Like, anything he does that's even remotely not perfect, they just ridicule him. I mean, they hate this guy. And so Rich Swann is out there in AJ's corner, and they're going back and forth, and Leon makes a big comeback, and AJ cuts him off. And then AJ, Rich Swann throws a chair into the ring because AJ just can't finish this guy off. So AJ is going to use his chair, and the ref goes, "No, you can't use that chair." Or no, first he goes, "Swann, throw me this chair." So Swann's like, "I'm not going to throw you the chair. If I throw you the chair, you're going to get disqualified." And he's like, "Give me the chair." So, Swann throws the chair into the ring, and the ref grabs it, and the ref is getting rid of it. And as the ref gets rid of it, AJ grabs the belt, and he hits Leon Slater with it, and Leon kicks out. So then AJ goes, "Get in the ring, Swann! Get in the ring and grab that belt!" And so he's holding Leon, and he wants Swann to hit him with the belt. And Swann's like, if I hit the guy with the belt, it's going to be a DQ. And so now AJ's mad that this guy's not listening to him. So he gets up and he grabs him by the neck and he bulls Rich Swann into the corner. And he's yelling at him to do what I say. And as he's doing that, because Swann's in the ring, the ref goes over to pull AJ off. AJ turns around and he just freaking unleashes on this. It's a female referee. Calls her the B word, loud. He's screaming at her. And she just kind of stops and looks at him and backs away like, this freaking creep. So Rich Swann, AJ grabs the guy again and he goes, "Rich, hit him with that belt." And Rich is like looking at Leon, and then he looks at the referee, and the referee goes, "Rich, you're better than this." And then she takes her hands and she covers her eyes and she turns her back, and the crowd's like, "Oh my God." And Rich Swann takes his belt and he freaking lays out AJ Francis. The place goes wild. The referee opens her eyes, drops down, counts the pin. It was awesome. I've never seen a finish like this before, but it was so good. Like, it was perfect. And so Leon Slater retains the X Division title. They did this so well, though. You should go out of your way to watch this finish.
I will.
Then we had the Ring of Honor show.
Yeah, you want to talk about perfect finishes.
This was
Good
the most perfectly
God.
timed finish I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding.
As a professional wrestler, the level of difficulty that the referee, which I believe was Mike Posey, Lee Moriarty, Nigel McGuinness, and Shane Taylor on the floor all had to go through to get this finish to work was unbelievable. And it was one of these things, like, as I'm watching it, I'm screaming because I'm like, there's no way. Like, I knew what the result was before I watched it, and I'm like, how? There's no way this is going to happen. There's no way they could get to it.
I did too. And I knew that it went to a draw. It was an Iron Man match with Nigel McGuinness and Lee Moriarty. and I knew that they went to a draw, and so I'm watching it with like a minute left, and it's 3-2 in favor of Moriarty, and there's 90 seconds left. So I'm like, okay, it must tie up at 3-3. So Nigel, with 30 seconds left, he pins him. It's now tied 3-3. They have 30 seconds left. It's tied, okay? Shane Taylor then starts screaming at Lee to get his stuff together. And as he's doing it, Nigel cradles him, and he pulls the tights, and he gets the win with 10 seconds left. They don't stop the clock. It's just the clock's still ticking down. 10 seconds left. It's 4-3. Nigel then leaves the ring with 10 seconds left. Shane Taylor is outside.
He doesn't. Okay, yeah.
Shane Taylor punches Nigel McGuinness. He throws him in the ring. Lee makes the cover. The ref goes 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 ding. It was literally exactly at the 0-second mark of a 30-minute Ironman match. They did 3 falls in 90 seconds. The last one coming exactly at the bell.
It was.
I was like, oh my God, that was impossible.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, as awesome as that was, I thought what was even better was the 6-man tag team match with Shane Taylor Promotions winning with essentially that very same move against Top Flight. I was blown away by that match. I thought Shane Taylor Promotions, Carly Bravo, Sean Dean, Shane Taylor were unbelievable. I thought that was the best match I saw the entire weekend.
What?
Yes.
I thought that was a really good match. I didn't think it was the best match I saw all weekend.
I thought they were great. I thought they were the best act of the weekend that I saw.
Well, yeah, you should watch that
Between
match.
those 2 matches,
You should watch
the main event.
Yeah, you should watch the Lee Moriarty Nigel McGuinness match. Mercedes and Red Velvet was way better than the match they had at the pay-per-view. Ricochet and Dalton was fine. The Survival of the Fittest with Banditos, Sammy, Blake, Beast Mortos, Commander, and Hechicero. I mean, that match was great. And then the main event with Athena and Persephone was also a great match. And this Persephone looked great. Like,
she's looked great every time I've seen her.
They have their eyes on her.
MLW, CMLL, everywhere I've seen her.
Yeah, she's going to be making a lot of money in about a year.
You know what else was also great? Those Continental Classic matches that took place on Collision.
Particularly the main event with John Moxley and Takeshita. I mean, that could have been a G1 like semifinal or final.
IWGP champion against a former champ on AEW Saturday night.
Back in a moment with more Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Okay, can everyone hear it?
Yeah.
There's a mystery bell at Granny's house. She can't hear it. Take off your headphones for a second.
I had them on wrong anyway.
Okay.
I can't get them on right. What?
Take them off and listen.
You have it in your elbow?
Is the fan on a computer?
Nothing.
All right. Well, this is going to be an exciting show.
Gonna have bells ringing through the whole thing, and it's every week. It's got to be me.
Do you have a neighbor that's an ice cream man
No,
practicing out there?
I got a neighbor that smokes marijuana.
I'm sure you do. I guess
Whatever that noise is, I mean, it's still going.
Yeah, it's not going to stop, dude.
Brian, do you want me to get off here and go see if open the door and see if there's anything out there?
Kidding? Something's out the front door?
Is he ringing the bell the entire time?
No, Granny, you don't
Let
need
me
to-
in! Let me
it's
in!
Fine. It's fine.
If it's death, don't open the door.
Thank you, Craig. This person thinks it's a stove timer.
Have you burned the roast?
No, I don't have a stove. You want me to just get off here?
No. We're going to barrel through it.
I'd love it.
You're not even doing anything. Granny, Nick says that you've got an old-fashioned analog alarm clock in Terry's bedroom.
I don't know. I got a new alarm clock. Battery operated. Is that what she meant?
Well, whatever it is, it's going haywire right now.
Oh, it might be my alarm.
You think?
But it's way back in the bedroom.
Don't worry about it right now. But when the show's over, you might want to go...
That's what it is.
Okay.
Solve the mystery.
Is there a reason you didn't turn it off when it started ringing?
Well, I wasn't in there. I didn't.
Duh.
I took a nap. I took a nap and set the alarm. I thought I shut it off, but I probably didn't.
No.
You probably didn't.
That's life.
I would say with a good deal of certainty that you didn't turn it off.
Brian, that's life around here.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I do the show with Dave, too.
Say,
Hear all sorts of things in the background.
did I do that? You know,
Yeah, you did do that.
or I thought I did that, but I didn't.
In there.
I wake up and I see lights on, and I say, I didn't turn those lights on. What's going on?
Maybe the place is haunted.
Could be.
Okay.
It's my brain that's haunted.
Well, I hope not. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. My lord, what a weekend it was. I'm tired.
Bro, you didn't even get into the spectacular UFC
I heard it was
that
great.
I watched. They went out with a bang. The last pay-per-view
Last pay-per-view.
that they have on the cards was a pretty fantastic show. If you've never, like, I know you don't have the time. You're not going to watch all these fights, Brian, but you really should watch Ibo, I can't even say his name, Ibo Arslan versus Ivo Barshanovich. The best 2-minute fight you're probably ever going to see in your life.
It's only 2 minutes.
It may be less.
Might be able to. I heard Jan and Marab was awesome.
Peter Yan is fantastic at mixing these martial arts. Let me tell you, shut down Marab, looked great doing so. Peter Yan, I mean, he never really gets beaten. He doesn't get beaten up. He has a few losses where he's been controlled and kind of outpointed, but he was on point as he got the big-time decision over Marab. So a great show from the #1 professional wrestling league in the world, the UFC.
All right, everybody, I'm exhausted. Got to wrap it up for today. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff up on the front page for subscribers, and we'll be back later on tonight at Wrestling Observer Radio with Dave. We'll be talking Raw, preview Dynamite, talk all of the news, and there's a lot to get into. So that's going to be the plan. I'll be back tomorrow with Lance, and then Filthy again on Wednesday, and we'll just barrel on through from there. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
You right over there?
Yeah, I'm talking to the YouTube chat, my homies. Everybody, thanks for being here for the last hour.
And see you next time. Wrestling Observer Live.